It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dominique Easley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll look to throw here. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. It's Coleman here. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a handoff looking right. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll rifle it and got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First down, Winston. Dancing to his left. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks, sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now they try the right side here. to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third down now following the run. From the gun, Winston. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Winston now to throw on first down. Forced out to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second down, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That is caught at the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll toss it to Coleman. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Those those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation in a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Chinese Ringo. Let's go now. Flip. No. 3 down. Flip. Blue lady. Easy. Sonic.
Jameis now on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st and 10, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is knocked down from the side. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Throw right side taken in by Godwin. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. And they convert on third with a gain of 22. They're going to look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an alley to run. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Six yards to go here on second down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Ready. Blue lady.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Now they try the right side here. And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Here's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession.
And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Buying time to his left. He's got Evans. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Are we really in the 2nd half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the 1st half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Being chased out left. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A 1st down throw for Winston. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll drop the throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Coleman on the toss. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
Okay, you're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard game?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Winston going for it all. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. A dump off to Sims. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. From the red zone now, Winston. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simple.
And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Tight end right. Let's go now. Blue ready. Easy, Sonny. Got four down. Easy. Switch. Easy. Wait. Ready. Blue ready. Shoot.
Winston. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Hey, alert three. Wait. Slam.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
550. Ready. Flip. Easy. Check 13. 550. Wait. Turn up.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0.